Hey, it's Paris, back from Gamescom 2025 in beautiful Cologne, Germany, and slightly under the weather, so I do apologize that this video is a little bit delayed, but I want to talk about GeForce On. That is the announcement that NVIDIA GeForce had back on August 18th while I was still in the air traveling over to Germany. And this video will be sponsored by NVIDIA GeForce. They invited me out to Cologne, Germany to check out everything that they announced at GeForce On. So in this video, not only will I talk about some of the key announcements that they had at GeForce On, I'm also going to show you some gameplay from the hands-on I had at the event in Cologne, Germany. And you're probably watching some gameplay right now of one of the games that I was able to play while I was at the event. So again, I do want to thank NVIDIA GeForce for inviting me out. I want to thank them for allowing me to get hands-on time with some of these new games and being able to check out some of the new features that they were able to announce at GeForce On. So let's just jump right into it. The first thing I do want to talk about is Project G Assist. This is their AI helper, and this is the all new version of Project G Assist, which allows you to be able to tune, control, and optimize your system, obviously using AI. And in this new version, it will use less memory and it's going to be more capable. And they're also expanding this to all RTX GPUs, 6 gigabytes and above, including laptops. So this is an awesome feature for anyone that's new to PC gaming, looking to kind of get a leg up on getting their system configured. You can check out Project G Assist. Now, when we just talk about the GeForce On event and we talk about NVIDIA GeForce, it all comes down to the games, right? That's what this is all about. Now we're on Blackwell as far as the RTX GPUs go in the 50 series cards. And at GeForce On, they announced that there are now over 175 games with DLSS4. I'm just going to power through that. There are now 175 games with DLSS4 support with multi-frame generation. So these were some of the games that I was able to check out at the event, and we'll talk about those in just a second. But moving on from that, I want to talk about the NVIDIA app because it is now in beta as of August 19th. And if you go to the NVIDIA app and you go to the About page, you can actually opt into this beta and check out this stuff for yourself. But the new things that they talked about at GeForce On with the NVIDIA app is it now supports DLSS override with a global setting. So instead of having to individually go to each game and select DLSS override, you can now check a global setting in the app, and any game that supports DLSS override will now have DLSS4 using the latest transformer AI models. And this will allow for smooth motion, which is now coming to the 40 series GPUs as well with a driver update. So again, you can check that out in the beta version of the app, which was available as of August 19th. And then now there's also going to be a new overlay, a stats overlay that you're going to have in the updated NVIDIA app, which will show you what settings DLSS override has enabled for whatever game that you're currently playing that is supporting it. So again, I just think these are awesome features that are coming to the NVIDIA app. Obviously, this is something that I use all the time when I'm playing games, obviously for driver updates. And again, you can put that stats overlay to see what your frames per second are looking like. And now you can see what your DLSS override settings are going to look like as well. So moving on from that, and probably what had me the most excited about GeForce On and then being able to get hands-on with it at the event in Germany is GeForce Now. And as you know, GeForce Now is NVIDIA's, cloud gaming initiative. It's been going on. Actually, I was talking to one of the reps here. I believe it actually started back in 2012, if I remember correctly. But it's been going on for a very long time. And here, obviously, I would say in the last 5 to 6 years, you've really seen GeForce Now establish itself as the premier cloud gaming streaming app on the market right now. No one else on the market comes close to GeForce Now, because we're talking everything that you're able to do. You're able to essentially have an RTX card in the cloud and able to play on that. And with GeForce Now, this update as of believe September, it's going to come out. They're now going to introduce Blackwell into GeForce Now. And what that is going to do is not only allow higher frames per second across devices, lower latency, you're going to now get this new feature installed to play. So once a publisher adds a game into cloud streaming on Steam, if it's not already installed via GeForce now that game will have the ability, it will be installed and you'll be able to play it via GeForce Now. Again, when we talk about the improvements that Blackwell is going to bring as far as frames per second go. So during the demonstration that I had during Gamescom, and when I was in Cologne, Germany, I was able to see now, because the Steam Deck now has the GeForce Now app on it, right? So Steam Deck actually has screen-wise, you can get up to 90 frames per second. So now with Blackwell, GeForce Now will support up to 90 frames per second on a Steam Deck. They also had a Legion Go. Now, the Legion Go, they actually had docked in the demonstration that I saw, so it was on the big screen. But if you're taking it on the go, the Legion Go can go up to 120 frames per second. So now on a Legion Go with GeForce Now, you can play games up to 120 frames per second via GeForce Now on a Legion Go. And the other beauty of having the GeForce app and streaming these games now versus having them installed natively is you get increased battery life because it's not so taxing on the device itself. So you're getting like up to 2 times the battery life whenever you're using GeForce Now on a Steam Deck or on a Legion Go. So I think that is awesome. Another thing coming to GeForce Now, on PC and Mac, you can get up to 5K resolution at 120 frames per second, which is just astounding. I got to see that in action as well. It was Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. Seeing that playing at that resolution and at those high frames was fantastic. LG televisions are now getting support for up to 4K at 120 frames per second using GeForce Now. Also with NVIDIA Reflex, and I believe this is at 1080p resolution, you can now get up to 360 frames per second. So again, the competitive gaming sector of this will absolutely be able to take advantage of this and play these competitive games using GeForce Now. Because again, with Blackwell, the latency is being reduced even more using the cloud streaming application. So, and just talking again to some of the reps, I was actually surprised how popular Fortnite is on GeForce Now and playing it at a competitive level on that. So this just, again, adds to it being able to use NVIDIA Reflex in the cloud and get these high frames per second for, again, obviously more, what's the word I'm looking for? More reaction time, when you're playing these competitive games. And then there is the partnership with Discord and Epic. And they're bringing Fortnite to instant play. So say you see one of your friends in Discord and they're playing Fortnite, you can now essentially just click a button and you're instantly in Fortnite and you're able to play, and you're playing it via GeForce Now. Got to see that in action as well in the demonstration, and like it was instant, which is again is just crazy. And that just shows you how far the NVIDIA GeForce Now application has come, that we're getting instant access to these games at a high resolution, at high frames per second with low latency. It's amazing. So like I said before, Blackwell is going to be implemented. I believe it's going to be in September. So really looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll be able to get early access to that, try it out, and I will give you my full impressions of that when that comes down. So these were the major announcements that we had at GeForce On, which again, like I said, was on August 18th. And then the next day, I'm in Cologne, Germany. So I was actually able to now get hands-on with some of the games that they showed off during GeForce On, and got hands-on time, got to play them. Usually the session was around about 20-30 minutes for each game. I got some capture for those. So I'll show those off. And let me just talk about some of the games that I was able to play. I did Cinder City, which it's coming from a Chinese developer, and it reminds me a lot of The Division, and you'll see the gameplay on this. Got to play Hell Is Us, got to play Borderlands 4, got to play Pragmata, which I had previously played at Summer Game Fest. Really loved that game. Got to play Black State, which kind of reminds me of Metal Gear series. And then I played Phantom Blade Zero, and that will be just full disclosure, unfortunately, my capture got corrupted, so I won't be able to show you gameplay from that. And then Wargaming, I got to check out the war tanks, and that was phenomenal as well. So again, I do want to thank NVIDIA for inviting me out to get hands-on with these games. Again, I suggest everyone, all the announcements that were at GeForce On, if you were unable to catch the live stream on the 18th, you can go to the NVIDIA YouTube channel and you can check out all those videos and see all those announcements for yourself. But I had a great time. It was awesome being able to get hands-on with these games, because again, all these games are using RTX, powered by Blackwell, DLSS4, Multi-Frame Generation. So you're getting these at high resolution, you're getting these at high frames per second, and it fantastic. Again, I cannot stress enough how impressed I've been with what NVIDIA has been able to do with their tech over the past few years, especially with GeForce Now, because I just think it's phenomenal that you literally don't even need a PC anymore. You can play from any device and stream from the cloud. You're getting high frames, you're getting high resolution, you're getting all the benefits of RTX when it comes to ray tracing, HDR, NVIDIA Reflex. All these things are coming from the cloud via NVIDIA GeForce. So when Blackwell is implemented in September, I'm again going to be very excited to be able to check that out. I love the fact that they're now doing the new install feature. So games that are not already installed in GeForce Now, you're going to be able to install those and play those if they're already been uploaded into, they've been added into Steam. Again, we're a little under the weather, so apologies for the slight rambling, but one other feature I forgot to talk about with Blackwell in NVIDIA GeForce Now, obviously I'm very excited about GeForce Now, is now with Blackwell, you're going to get more improved visuals as well with the cinematic stream mode as well. And I also got to see that in play during the demonstration as well. So like I said, again, high resolution, high frames, improved visuals, all that's going to be coming with Blackwell with GeForce Now. So very excited for that. So again, I don't want to ramble too much. I want to show you some of the gameplay that I was able to capture at the event. I will say again, I want to thank NVIDIA GeForce for the invite out to this event. Very excited for this. Can't wait till Blackwell comes out for GeForce Now in September. Obviously, even the games that are now going to be supported with DLSS4 and using multi-frame generation. Really looking forward to that as we roll into the holiday. So again, this is Paris. Thank you for checking out this video, and let's check out some gameplay.
He's dead. Infected. What the hell was that thing? Oh my god. Oh, not this way, not this way, not this way.
Enemy reinforcements incoming. If we continue to hold our positions, we'll be cut off.
Break through before more rush in. Prepare to fire.
So much for making it back in one piece today.
Warning. Enemy helicopter reinforcements detected.
Agents, this is Saber. Enemy forces are simultaneously contesting multiple bases. Secure what you can, defend what you hold. Over.
You must be lost to wander around. You're welcome.
Who are you?
The name's Ernest Cadell. My family has tilled the earth. When the Sabinian army dug in for the winter, they used our home as their headquarters. They left my son's bodies in the forest.
Who are you?
The name's Ernest Cadell.
Do you know where the village of Jova is located?
It's in Akasa Marshes. It's quite a ways from here. A group of strange-looking soldiers arrived here last night in an APC. Perhaps you can ask them for help. It's not the first time I've seen them. They always seem to be snooping around here for something.
Where can I find the APC?
They parked their APC just beyond the woods, to the north. Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through. I hung them in the trees so my sons would stop getting lost when they were children. Sethers, bless their souls. The gate to enter the woods is locked. Here, Take this key to unlock it.
Found me. Epsilon 12, right? I can't see shit. I have blood in my eyes. You must have honed in on my distress beacon.
Heard this launch ain't a drill. Who gives a shit? Those bastards could hit a coffee shop on Mars. Sarge said that Iron Bitch is coming to oversee the launch. Yeah. That ruthless bitch could wipe a continent without blinking.
Deploy the cleaner gadget to erase bodies. Prevents enemy detection.
Intruders detected. Please remove them from the premises.
Alright, we made it. Now where do we find the main power terminal?
This will make it easier to hit things harder.